Test, test, 1, 2. Alright. Are we getting audio now? Alright. I will wait for the audio to... Okay. That's... Is that a yeah for audio, or is that a yeah for, Okay. Working. Good? Yes? Okay. Awesome. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so, I'm gonna hope that this doesn't get too laggy. It shouldn't, but just in case... I was having some issues with Twitch and some other... Awesome. Okay. I was having some issues with Twitch. I was going to stream this on Twitch, but I was like, my audience isn't on Twitch, and Twitch isn't really... I don't know. So, I think I made the smart choice by going YouTube. Hope you guys agree. I'm just going to close out some crap. I mean, granted, I do have, like, a very good computer, but, like, let's be honest. Like, you can still slow down a beast. I mean, come on. Anyways, alright, so, awesome. So we don't have very many watches right now, but I know you guys want me to get to this, so let me preface this video super quick. For those of you who are, like, got right on it, just amazingly just started watching my video this quickly, thank you so much. Holy cow, that was just lag from me clicking on the engine. Thank you so much. Share this with your friends if you know that they're like big into game engine stuff or want to learn how to make games or any of that stuff, or if you just want to like show off to your friends, hey, look at what I'm making or whatever, or check out this cool YouTuber. You know, just please share this and throw this on social media and in any of that good stuff, you know, any of that good stuff. So I've never actually streamed before with this computer and with my whole setup, so my streaming setup may not be the best, but another real quick preface, this is going to pick up where I left off from episode 1 of the game, set up in, what did I call it, something like that. So if you guys watched that first episode, great, you will be able to pick up real quick. If you didn't, I'm not going to review that because that's what that episode is there for. What I will just say is that we got the character in there, we got some animations in there, and we can walk around, and if I play, you can see we've got noise. We can walk around. Animations aren't 100% accurate yet, and the lag is probably just from the streaming because I don't have the best streaming setup yet. I probably should have tested this before I just hopped right in, but we will survive. How about it? Anyways, so go watch that video if you haven't. You can always come back and rewind or watch the stream. This stream will be up on YouTube, so if you missed it, and if you're watching this afterwards, thanks for watching. Sorry you missed it, but I will try and hopefully do more live streams and get this series knocked out. So, what we're doing is we're going to add a gun, and we technically already have the gun model. Like I said, if you paid attention to the original video, or not paid attention, but if you watched it, so we do have the gun model, but let's just create a blueprint to actually get that gun in there. So what we have is we have a lot of C++ blueprints, and we've got a lot of C++ classes. What we're going to do is we're not going to do a whole lot in C++. We're actually going to do that in blueprints. All this stuff is the C++ classes. I don't believe I copied over the source, but if I did, all of this would work. But I don't think... Let me just open this real quick. No. Okay. No, I did not copy over the source or any of that stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to right-click and create a blueprint class and create an actor, and we are going to call it, I don't know. We will call it item master. And let's see. We will create a child called weapon master. Okay. And I'm actually... Do I want to delete these? And not quite. So item master, inside that, we're going to open it up real quick. And feel free. Oh, that opened up on my other monitor. Please feel free down in the chat. I pointed as if I had my camera on. Yes, I've got a camera, but it's a piece of crap, and I'm not going to use it. Also, I don't want you seeing my face yet. So, feel free in the chat to say, hey, you did this wrong. If you've found a better way to do this than I'm doing this. And also, please feel free to suggest what you would like me to move on to next. If you would rather me not finish up the gun and you want to fix animations first, just I'll get to a stopping point and move on to what you guys would suggest. Just I have to make sure that it's majority rules kind of a thing. So, yeah. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to create a... we're going to leave the default scene root in there, but we are going to create a skeletal mesh and call it... just call it mesh for now. And you don't have to set it to anything. I'm just going to compile that. I'm going to Control Shift S to save all. Open up Weapon Master now. And in Weapon Master, what we're going to do is we're going to take the mesh and set it to rifle. Now the rifle should pop up here once the lag goes away. It actually has to load in the mesh and then the materials and textures and all that stuff. So here it is. Man, I don't know what it is about this gun, but I just love it so much. It may not be the highest quality and detail and all that stuff. It's just a good gun, though. Like, come on, people. Come on. It's a good gun. Anyways, so now we need to add some functionality to this gun, right? So we need to make sure that this gun is able to fire. So, first what we want to do is we're going to create a custom event called fire. And then we want to create, let's see, we want to create a variable called canFire. That'll be a bool, or a boolean. And we will create another variable called is firing. And I'm going to add a question mark to this one as well. Just, oh, not the slash, just the question mark. All right. So, first of all, on fire, we're going to do 2 branches. A branch for, oh God, this looks, man, it's been forever since I've done blueprints, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But, what we're going to do, sorry. What we're going to do is first we're going to ask if we can fire, right? And then we're going to duplicate this by selecting it and pressing Control W. And on if we can fire, true, we're going to ask if we are firing. And now if we are firing, if we indeed are firing, then we're going to just keep firing, right? Or we're not going to do anything because we're already firing. But if we are not firing, now right now we're just doing semi-auto, but we will do we'll implement automatic fire later. Don't panic yet. But if we are not firing, and obviously the fire command is called, then what we're going to do is we want to spawn actor from class. Now, what actor are we going to spawn? Well, let's go make the actor real quick, shall we? So we need to make, let's see, a new folder. And, well, no, I will create this in the weapons folder. I'm going to create a new folder called projectiles. And I'm going to create an actor that is just an actor, because I like to make my projectiles on my own. I don't like to use the pre-built projectile actor class. And I'm just going to call this La Bullet. Actually, just bullet. Oh, anyways. What we're going to do is we're going to add a, we'll just do sphere, and then we will do a, let's see, projectile movement. In the sphere, I want it to be 0.25, approximately, I believe. It could be bigger or smaller. I can't quite remember. Or it could be smaller. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure 0.25 is the proper size. Now, initial speed, we will set that to about 300. Well, I'll do 1,000 and 1,000 for that as well. Now, gravity scale, I want about 0.1 because it's not going to have the full force of gravity, because otherwise it's just going to drop dead unless we have like a lot of force behind it. And right now we don't want like insanely fast bullets. We want to be able to see if the bullets are working and flying and going in the right direction, yada yada yada, right? Velocity should be y1, not x1. So change your velocity to that. And other than that, we're going to keep the projectile pretty simple. We're not going to have any ricochet, bounce, any of that stuff, damage on bounce. We're not doing any of that stuff quite yet. So, and does this have collisions? Block all dynamic. Sure, we'll just say block all because I'd like to do that for safety. Safety. Doorknob. Anyways, simulation generates hit events. True. We want that. Because we want things to be able to hit it. Like, we want to be able to shoot other bullets. Like, I think it'd be a really cool mechanic if, like, you were shooting at someone and your bullets collided, if they would cancel each other out and just... I mean, because that's, like, a decently real-life thing to expect, or for them to ricochet off each other depending on the degree of impact and whatnot. You know, science-y ballistic stuff. But... we're not going to get there yet, but we do want to have simulation generates hit events true, and we will do so on like our actor and other stuff. Even though multiplayer, online multiplayer, will not be a thing in this series yet. I'm just going to say it's not going to be a thing in the series because I don't really know if we're going to implement that. Thank you for the. It looks like 3 more people who are watching, so thank you for hopping on and joining us today. If you've missed anything, rewind the video, or stream, I mean. So, yeah. Anyways, so spawn actor none. Spawn actor from class, and right now we're spawning none, but we want to spawn il bullet. And I am botching that French, I guarantee it. And we want to make a transform. Now, what transform do we want it to be? Well, technically, well, since... no, okay, we don't want to make a transform. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else. Since we have the mesh of this, I want to see what sockets there are. So I suppose I'll just open it and check the sockets. Rifle skeleton. And if I am moving too fast, please let me know. I kind of want to, I don't want to move too slow. I don't want to be like, and you click here. You know, I don't want to be too slow, but I also don't want to, so if I'm moving a little too fast for you guys, please let me know. So yeah, the chat is a thing. So muzzle flash socket. I'm just going to press F2 to rename that and copy the name because I am lazy. Oh, that's bullet. Sorry, wrong blueprint. So spawn transform, what we want to do is get socket wow, that was unfortunate. Socket transform off the mesh. Correct. And paste. RTS world. I was explained not too long ago, probably like a week or 2 ago, that I was always wondering what RTS meant. Now, yes, I know what an RTS game is, real-time strategy, but that's definitely not what this means. And I found out, and I should have guessed this, but it means rotation, translation, scale. I mean, I don't know why they did it in that order. I mean, I don't know, maybe because it just flows better. Hello, Antonio. So, I don't know, but we want the world. We want the world, yes. Capture the world and own it like a maniacal villain in a terribly plotted movie. Anyways, collision override, we want to always spawn ignore collisions just because if it spawns in the collision, it will register the collision and do the proper damage. which it shouldn't, since we're spawning it so close to the muzzle of the gun shouldn't be phasing through anything. And if it ever is, oh dear, we have some work to do. But, yeah, so, that's that. And, fire now will work based off of this semi-automatic, very simple system. I don't believe I'm missing anything, but I feel like I am. I don't know, let's test it out. But in order to test that out, we actually need to modify this guy right here. So third-person character, just click on him in your world and edit blueprint. So, and then open in blueprint editor. Now, third-person character, if you would like to, please open full blueprint editor if you see this screen. If you don't see this screen, you're probably seeing a screen something like this or like this, right? So if you didn't have to click the open in full blueprint editor, then you're good. So yeah, let's add the functionality of being able to pull the trigger, and as well as him holding the gun, right? Because, well, we don't want him like magically firing the gun from on the floor. So I'm going to, let's see. First, let's attach the gun to him. So on begin play, I'm going to, oh man, quit moving it around. I'm going to spawn actor from class. In the actor that I'm going to spawn, if you couldn't guess already, would be weapon master. In the spawn transform, this is where I was gonna make the transform. And I'm gonna just delete these two because I can always recreate them later. This is where we want to make the transform. Just leave all the values zip because we don't care what those transform values are. If you're, well, actually for debug purposes, I'm going to do something different, but I need to check for a socket anyways. So let's actually head over to the components, mesh, and press the hourglass. Oh wow, we have 14 viewers. Wow. I mean that's not like an insane amount because I get a lot more views on my videos, but I'm sure those are repeat views. Anyways, I'm surprised I have this many viewers right now. Let's browse to the Hero TPP in content browser and open up his skeleton. Now what we are looking for is a socket. Hopefully. Yes. Weapon point. And this should already be located and rotated for this rifle slash gun mesh. And if it is not, we can fix that very easily, but I'm pretty sure it already is. So we don't have too much legwork ahead of us. Wow, we lost a... Oh no, we lost a view. No, I'm just messing. I'm not even that sad. Let's see. What we want to do is I'm just going to press F2, Control C, because I'm lazy. And go back here. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to get socket transform off of the mesh. And that. Now, the reason I'm actually spawning the... keep in mind, I'm only spawning it at this location. I'm not actually attaching it to the hands yet. So the reason I'm doing this is because I found in past projects that I've made, if the gun doesn't spawn, the deal is that if you just have the make transform and you have all the locations at 0, the gun will spawn at 0, 0 if it's spawning. So to debug whether it's spawning in or at all or not, it's good to have it spawn where the hand is, so that way if it spawns, it'll at least spawn where the hands are, supposedly, and then you can go from there and debug whether it's not attaching or what's happening there, if the variables aren't being set, you know, if something is going awry. Anyways, those of you who are starting or who have just joined or have joined within the past like 5-10 minutes or however long the stream's been going on, this is the continuation of the video for our The Game tutorial series that I started, the one episode, and I decided to just make this series a stream. And actually, I have a question for all you watching right now. Holy cow, we're losing viewers. I have a question for all of you who are watching right now. Should I cut this up cut up the stream and edit them into the appropriate episodes of what we do? Or should I just throw the stream on and save myself the legwork and just put timestamps in? I'll at least do the timestamps so that way you guys can skip to the proper area, or I suppose I can go through the legwork of editing it into episodes, but that'll take a second. So please suggest what I should do, or think about it. You don't have to like say it now. I'll read through the chat. I'm not like a big streamer where the chat's getting spammed and I miss all the comments. So I'll be able to see your comment. Trust me. So timestamps. Okay. Thank you, Antonio. So as you saw, as I was talking just slightly, I wasn't slightly talking. What I did there, just real quick, before I started talking a lot, is I dragged this off and promoted it to a variable. Hopefully you followed me with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to name this variable to, let's see, we want it to be current weapon, I believe. Current weapon. And, let's see. Yes. And then what we're going to do with this is attach to component. And now the component is going to be mesh. And the mesh, if you do not remember, is the player character model here at TPP. Now what we want to do is we want to snap to target on all of these and weld simulated bodies. The attach socket should be the weapon point that we grabbed from here. If you don't still have that on copy paste, just copy paste it from here, or of course go back and grab it in your skeleton. But right now we can close the skeleton. We should be able to close the rifle skeleton. We should be able to close the bullet, I believe. And I'm just going to Control-Shift-S and save everything up. Now, if the stream looks a little laggy, I get it. There's a 20-second delay, and I see the lag of that. But if it looks laggy other than that, please let me know. I'm experiencing slight lag, like just there. But for some reason, the stream health is yellow. I don't know if that's a normal thing because I don't usually stream. So help me out here. Let's see. What game are you going to make? I am going to make my game. I'm going to make the game. Let's see. Whole video in one episode, please. Okay. Yeah. FPS. Yes. You're absolutely right. The video's okay. No lags. Okay. Thanks. I'm not making, by the way, Parallax Plays, or Parallax, I guess, technically. I thought you were doing Parallax. Anyways. I'm not making any particular game. I mean, I'm taking all of my favorite, like, FPS, third-person, action shooter kind of games, adventure, not really adventure too much, but I'm just taking a lot of my favorite games, and I'm sure favorites of other people, too, like Halo, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefront, even. I know those are all very different genres, or not genres, excuse me, very different games and different playstyles, but there's certain, you can always grab one thing from each game and say, I like that and that and that and that, put them together and make your game. So I'm making my game, but I am also trying to show you in the process how to make your game, because I want to make this customizable. I want to make this able to conform to what you want. I mean, so this isn't just very restrictive to, oh, this is my game, this is how I'm making it. This will be customizable to what you want. This is just the general idea of how to make a game in this sense. So, yep. After that little exaggerated answer, what we're going to do after the attach actors to components is, well, we don't need to bind the event because we don't have any event binds, so we don't need to do that. So what we want to do actually is get, I learned not to do this. What we want to do is go to settings and project settings. We're already messing with project settings. I know, it's a very dangerous thing to do. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So what we want to do is go to the input right here under engine input. And we want to do action mappings, excuse me, and do name this the new action mapping _0 to fire. And yes, I will just call this fire. And what we want this to be is left mouse button. And if you want any other controls, like if you want this to be gamepad, gamepad compatible, like a PS3 or Xbox 360 or PS4, Xbox One controller, or even just the USB controllers for PC. If you want any of that, you can add that in here. That's totally doable. Just press the plus and do like gamepad, and then the appropriate like what would it be? Right trigger? Yeah, something like that. I think that's like a standard. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, chat. But I think that's like a standard fire button for most consoles. Anyways, so now that that's done, I save often, so Control-Shift-S, and it does nothing. Fair enough. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do fire, and it will bring up that action event that we just made. Now, on pressed, what we want to do is we want to actually first reference current weapon and get fire. Right? And then, well, we don't have automatic setup, so we're not going to do anything on released yet. But to my knowledge, and from my experience, what do you mean? Oh, that's because this is not compiled. There we go. Okay, now I can save. To my knowledge, this should be ready to go. Now, we can't actually look anywhere. Okay, I was wrong. Apparently, let's see, does it at least... No? Doesn't seem to be firing. Even left click doesn't add any actors. As you can see right here, the actors in the scene are not changing, or in the world. I said scene like it was Unity. The actors in the world aren't changing. There aren't an increasing number, because if I fired, there should be an increasing number of actors. So that's one tell. But the other thing is that I want to fix the gun, because the gun is not in the proper position. So how I'm going to do that is by going to mesh this and opening up the skeleton, and then let's see, I'm just trying to, let's see, does it do diagonal movement automatically for a controller? Or if you're talking about the thumbsticks, it should. Where should I begin to learn on environment designs? Like, is there a series? Environment designs, I could do an environment design series like with World Machine and all that fun stuff. If you have a paid version, I'll even do the paid version, because I have the paid version that is provided by my work, but I'm sure my boss will let me use it for tutorial purposes. And by the way, Antonio, I don't think you need to set it up. Yes, as eCurb responded, diagonal, I'm pretty sure is automatic. So let's add a preview asset. And what we want this to be is rifle, if I could spell. Rolling on floor laughing. Okay, and then I want to just add a real quick animation. Aim offsets, skeleton, no. Oh, wait, right, preview. I forget they changed it. There we go. And then all I should need to do is just rotate it 90, and yeah, we're set. Oh, holy lag. Yeah, that about does it. Oh, it's funny, their own mesh, like, goes through the, come on. Oh, yeah, the pinky goes through the gun. That's interesting. And it looks like, yeah, I mean, it's decently. Anyways, I always was curious about that, how accurate the actual meshes were that they designed themselves. Anyways, aside from all of that gibberish, I suppose, let's make sure that it now looks proper in-game. Good. Now, if I fire, it still doesn't actually spawn. So what I'm wanting to do is I'll begin play, current weapon, let's see, input fire. Oh, that is right. So, is firing, we didn't set can fire to be true. That's because I was predicting the fact that we would have an ammo system in place. Game Dev 1909. I'll have to look into him. Actually, thank you for that recommendation as an answer to Chase's projects. But I don't think I've heard of 1909, Game Dev 1909. Anyways, let's actually try this now. Yep, perfect. Okay, and it is spawning in the improper direction, so I could try one of two things, and I think I'm going to try and change the bullet velocity, because it might actually need to be X, not Y. I probably was wrong about the whole needing to be X, not Y thing, so let me just try and change the bullet velocity. 1, 0, and just save. Sorry about the motorcycle noise. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, I'm pressing and, well, you can't really see it, but I'm pressing and holding, and we're only firing once. So lag, oh, it's sickening. So we can pretty much, like, just spam it, and we get no, besides the animation, because the animation moves, we don't get any real recoil or any, I don't know. Not recoil, weapon spread, bullet spread. We don't get any like bullet spread or any of that stuff. So it's pretty just accurate, just like whatever you're looking at is what it shoots at, obviously, should you be looking the right way. Oh, it's hilarious. If you fire into the camera, it does that. So now let's add a first-person perspective, because I like my first-person games slightly more than I like my third-person games. So what I'm going to do is go into the third-person character, take the follow camera, and from the follow camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the boom, and with the boom, I am going to not the follow camera, I'm going to take the camera boom, take the arm length to 0, change the camera boom to actually be attached to the head. It is not. Okay, we are actually going to take these two and disable them. Auto activate is there, and I'm going to disable them because we don't want them. What I'm going to do is that my own camera, apparently, because I have to, as a child of the mesh, and it automatically did that, probably because I already had the mesh selected. So, yeah, cheats for you, I suppose. And then what I'm going to do is go here and find head if I can. Head. There we go. I don't know why they all start with B. It's interesting. I think Z needs to be 90. Yep. And then this needs to be 180. No. This needs to be 180. There we go. And that's probably, now I know it doesn't look good, but it probably should be decent if I check this. Use pawn control rotation. Now if I compile that, well, I don't need to compile because it auto compiles on play, but yeah, looks decent besides the lag. And also, like, it looks like eyeballs, but I don't think this mesh has eyeballs, because otherwise I would actually see like eyeballs and mouth and hair and all that stuff. So I think it's actually just part of the helmet. So what I'm going to do is going to take the third-person character, and I'm going to move him I'll just move it forward and up and just play from there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna move him left some. And I'm actually going to turn off the snapping, because I don't like snapping in my translation. I like to be very meticulous with my translations. Okay, let's see how that is at default. That's decent. I actually want to move it down a little bit. Yeah, looks pretty good. Snaps through the gun a little bit, and so let's move it to the side. Ah, there we go. Now obviously we can look around, and it does not follow us. Why doesn't it follow us, you may ask? That is because we have not set up those mechanics. Ta-da! And that'll actually be pretty easy to do. So, first of all, what we need to do is, wow, this is taxing my memory right now, because I don't usually set this up manually. Excuse me. Now, aiming will be tough. Bullets hit scan if you can. Oh, instead of projectiles, hit scan, yeah. I can set that up, yes. I just, for some reason, I don't know why, but my default, my brain just automatically goes to a projectile system, because that's obviously how it works in, or like a, not a projectile, but like a physical bullet system, because that's how it works in real life, and so that's just how my brain goes to, what my brain goes to, but anyways. So what we're going to do is input, let's see, turn, we want turn, and look up. And then we want to add controller. I think it's yaw, and I can fix this if it's wrong. Add controller pitch. I believe this is the correct combo, and they're appropriate. Okay, so that's good. No. Let's swap them, shall we? Well, why wouldn't that work though? I don't know, we'll see real quick. Yeah, man. That moment when you have music stuck in your head and you want to sing, but you are on a live stream, and so thusly you do not want to embarrass yourself. That's me right now. Okay. So I had them right, but for some reason... Oh, okay. So I had them right, but for some reason the mesh is not turning with it. Oh, wait, let's see. Class defaults. I use controller rotation yaw. That needs to be checked. We should be good now. Please. Haha! Ha ha ha! Crap, lag. Good. Oh my god, this is gonna drive me crazy, guys. This is actually gonna drive me just a little bit crazy. Yeah. Oh, sweet. That looks so good, except for the hand. Pay attention to the hand when I walk. 3, 2, 1. Bloop. Bloop. Twist. Twisty, twisty. Okay, that's just disgusting. Same thing when I walk like any direction. It's really bad this way. Oh, and then the lag. Okay, it's just gross on top of gruesome. Okay, so yeah, so that's working, and then let's do the fun part. We are going to next make him actually look up and down properly. So what we need to do. Oh, they added the physics tabs. I'm sorry, I have to look at this real quick. Oh, that looks great. Dude, that's awesome. That's amazing. Okay, I'm done. I will take more time to look at that myself, because I heard I heard that they did a new physics asset editor in 4.18, and I never really got to actually look at it, especially not with like a biped character like this. So that was actually pretty cool for me. That's funny. It just went from 18 to 14 watching. Like 4 people just left. Anyways, so let's see. We need to grab. Let's see. Where is it? We can close run state and state. What we need to do. Oh, this is all that stuff. Okay, so this is all the stuff that I believe we fixed and hooked up for like sprinting and walking and all those animations. What we actually need to do, and if you've watched any of my other tutorials about a first-person shooter, you will be extremely familiar with this. And this will just be like, how many thousand times is he going to use this method? I'm probably going to use it for, like, ever. Until a better one comes out. I get that there's aim offsets, and aim offsets are built into this guy, but I always forget how to use them, and I always mess them up. I always fudge them up. So I just like this method. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a variable first. How about we do that? And it's going to be called aim rotation. And that needs to be a rotator, which is the like light purple one. And then what we need to do is stretch out here, set aim rotation. And I'm just gonna stretch it out like over here or whatever. And what we need to do is from here, we need to get control rotation. And I'm going to break that. Now, first thing we need is we need a minus. Not from a z, from the y. We need a times, or a multiplication, float by float. And I think this one needs to be -1. And this needs to be, what is it, 360, right? 360. And then this needs to be select float goes here. Less than equal to 180. That needs to be -1. And I believe it proceeds in this fashion. I could be extremely wrong. And I probably am. Oh, 3 million. Is that 3 million? Oh, that is 3 million. I was just yelling out a number that it looked like, but I was right. And then we want to, let's see, make rotator. Mr. Tater. And then I believe it goes to the X. Compile. Okay, now, if we look up, left and right, so, oh, why won't that move? Excuse me, oh, yeah, my boss is texting me. Hopefully y'all can't see that. Yay! Get texted by my boss on Skype in the middle of a stream. Oh, yeah, y'all can definitely see that. Sweet. For some reason, I can't modify these values, which is a little irritating, but it's cool. It's cool. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the anim graph. And, crap, I forgot all of this was in here. We're just gonna do that. Right. And then, what the heck is fabric? Keep, oh, that's like IK crap, right? Yes. I believe so. I think that's IK stuff. Anyways, normal movement, layered blend bone, upper body, slot upper body, wait. I'm confused, I'm not used to all this. It's like, please help me, please help me, please help me. Oh, good lord. Because we don't need that right there. And as far as I know, I'll keep that in there in case that's important. Let's see, hello, everything here is copyright free. What? Yes, I know, crap. What? I'm confused. Sorry, I just got super distracted there. My ADHD just like took a left turn. Okay, keep left hand on rifle, slot upper body. So technically, since we're just well, no, we want full body because we do include the spine. So we want. I'm just gonna do it like this. Trans. Oh, okay. Modify. Where is it? Blend. Rotate root bone. No. No. Huh. Did they move it? Transform, modify bone. Oh, it's right there. That's right. Because it's it's the wrong execution line type. It's a different. It's a component space, not an animation pose. Right. And I'm going to, let's see, translation and scale and alpha do not need to be pins. And then modify can be spine. And then this needs to be add to existing, I believe, component space. Yes, yes. I'm just going to duplicate this twice with Control W. And this will be spine 1. Oh, there is... oh, shoot. Is there legitimately just... wait, where's hips? We'll take a look at that. I may need to rethink how I do this, or redo the math a little bit. But let me just look at the skeleton real quick and see where hips goes. That's hips. Where's root? Oh, root's down here. Okay, so spine. Okay. So there's 2 spines. Okay. So we only need 2 of these. Don't delete 2 of them. We only need 2 of them. There's a difference. And then I'm just going to connect this like so with my British accent. Yep. Okay. Grab the aim rotation variable. Throw that in there. Compile. And move this around. Oh my god, it won't let me move it around. Let's see. Instance editable. Editable. Okay, there we go. Does nothing. Yay. Well, technically this should be the one that moves, but oh, wait, there we go. Oh, by the way, I forgot to fix this. This needs to be divided by 2, not 3, because we only have 2 spine bones that are moving. So let's see, does this move to the side? Come on, good lord. Okay, I'm not the only one who noticed that. It was legitimately moving like a minute ago. Okay, whatever. We'll just have to test it out. Haha! It works. It works, it works. Just like I want it to. Now, I just want to modify the camera. And, I'll probably be done for this stream. A solid hour. Modify the camera. If you guys want me to, like, do some other small stuff or something that I can wrap up within, like, 20 to 30 minutes, I might do that. But I can't really think of anything that's not going to take another, like, hour. So, let's just modify the camera a little bit. And I'm going to just do my... hope this little trick works still. Let's see. We want to move it down. No, I gotta... Yep, okay. Nope, it's not working for some reason. we just want to move it this way. God dang. Oh, that's what I did. That's what I'm actually doing wrong. This needs to... I like to shut real time off and then modify this. So that way because the movement of the animation will actually influence the movement. Oh, that looks great. Okay, it is diving a little bit, but that's because we don't have... lag! We don't have that much, yes, I'm there. Just leave me alone. Let's see. We don't have very much velocity behind it, but other than that, it looks good. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit smaller, but other than that, that will be it for this episode and this giant stream that I did. So I'll be doing more streams like this in the future, and if you would like to see more streams like this, please like the video of this that's coming out. You don't have to necessarily watch it, just like it. And subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with your friends, yada yada yada. You guys know the drill. Do I have a Discord server? I do not have a Discord server for my YouTube, but if you think I should make one, I will. I'll sit here in a second for your response. But thank you for those of you who have joined the stream. So I guess we'll just chill here until most everybody leaves, and we'll say bye. Yes, do it. Okay, I will do it. Yes, what? Oh, yes, do it. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I'll totally do that. And I will set that up. Well, actually, can I set that up right now? I'll probably just make the server like right now. Create a server. What should I call it? Inform us in the next video. No, I'm making it right now. I'll just throw the link in the chat, and then I'll make a video independent about it. But like, what should I name it? The Sarge Kyle's what? Like, yeah, no, I'm making it in this. Well, I forget. Delayed chat. Jeez, I hate that. Okay, so what should I name it? See, yeah, Sarge Kyle. Well, I'm not doing Sarge Kyle because it's these. No, I'm just messing. YT. Yeah, I was gonna do YT. I like YT. That sounds good. Anyone else have input? No. People are leaving. Yeah, that's cool. You switch to YT. Create and yep. There's that. Alright. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya in the next vid. Peace.